Like,
Oh my
don't
God.
put
Give me
5 designs together in one model. What are you doing?
Yikes! Hello you guys, it's Miella Threescoopes and welcome back to Miella's Talking VTubing Space! These two VTubers over here, I think they go by the names Sarah and Yukilon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but they had wanted to do a tier list. And they provided a Twitter post to VTubers who were willing to get their designs judged? You heard me right. Apparently not critiqued. I'll get to those interesting details later. Even for something like this, apparently there's 2 sides to one story, and oh boy, did I see tweet after tweet posting interesting details that I didn't see coming. Before we dive into this rabbit hole, I just wanted to say, don't go out of your way to harass these VTubers. Remember, the point of my second channel is to openly discuss what's going on in the VTubing space and to share my input. But preferably without any witch huntings taking place, please. Let's be mature about this, shall we? I just showed a preview of the stream clip in the beginning. Let's watch the whole thing together, shall we? I'm moving my mousey.
What's next?
D tier. D tier.
What? B?
D.
Oh.
Like,
Oh my
don't
God.
put
Give me
5 designs together in one model. What are you doing?
This is where I stopped. Already, it's off to a bad start.
I'm sorry. My brother was knocking on my door and he would not leave.
You're fine.
It's oh my God, it's way too much.
There's so... First of all,
There's the...
I want you to read
No,
their
I'm not-
introduction.
Huh?
I want you to read their introduction.
Okay, that's enough. I read it. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
This is the VTuber's response to what they said about their VTuber model. I feel humiliated by this. I sent my design in expecting to be critiqued with respect. Nowhere in the original post did it say I would be humiliated in front of all of your viewers without so much as constructive criticism. As you can tell just by listening to them, yeah, pretty much. They were pretty much, well, especially the main host of the stream was very, very mean-spirited. But take a pause for a moment. Like I said, there's apparently 2 sides to this story. Take a look at this post I came across not too long ago that responds differently to the situation. It was never supposed to be a critique. They clearly warned, and not only was it a judgment stream, but that they might be mean about it and not to take it personal. Everyone is running with this critique nonsense and never bothered to even look at the post. I assume this is the original post. I will be joined by the lovely @Yukilon VT on Friday, May 25th, and judging your designs. If you want to be submitted for judgment, drop your PNG below. Okay, so I will say this. First off, the word judgment can be often misunderstood in 2 different ways. At first, you would think, oh, they're going to judge my VTuber design and criticize it. As in, they're going to give me a critique and then tell me how I can improve on it while being completely professional. And then there's the other side, as in they're going to be completely cynical and be picky, choosy, just, you know, not professional. Overall, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. And it seems other VTubers seem to be agreeing and leaning towards that part of the second story to this story, saying they also use the words judgment in their announcement, not critique. One of the definitions of judgment is this and that. That had red flag written all over it. It said judging VTuber designs. And then if you want to be submitted for judgment, drop your PNG below. Nowhere did they state they were going to give mature and unbiased critiques of the designs. If you are going to indulge in these sort of streams as a way to help promote yourself, check out the person's content first. Yeah, I will agree with this, and I will say, and I can be just as guilty of this, most of the time VTubers will not go out of their way to do any research on who is hosting this type of stream. If all of this is true, then I would take this suggestion to heart. Maybe do not submit your VTuber design to be judged by immature mean girls whose content you are unfamiliar with. Again, I don't even know these VTubers, so I don't even know what their content is like to begin with, so I can't really formulate an opinion on that. Either way, I definitely wouldn't attend a stream like this, and I definitely wouldn't have submitted my VTuber persona's design to these girls to be judged if that's the case. It was a matter of opinion and someone got offended by it. Those things happen, no need to dogpile on it, and I have to agree with Beepo. Now that they have gotten bullied by these streamers, a bunch of y'all are going to fall hook, line, and sinker into follows and art and support. Yeah, that's usually how it goes when people make posts like this, calling out one simple act that wasn't a total horrendous crime, and y'all start dogpiling on them for it. It forms a culture that makes people scared to speak their truth without fear of being attacked for any little thing. Long since, the VTuber who did host a stream has long distributed an apology to the VTuber who made the call-out post, saying, "I am very sorry to Nia Baby Mao for the cruel words I said about her design. I was unfair and I allowed my biases to cloud my judgment towards her design. I am sorry and I apologize for humiliating her. I did not intend to humiliate her. That has never been my intention in any..." Oh, it goes here. "In any of my words. That being said, I'm aware that what I said was unkind, and I know that impact is greater than intent. I'm truly and honestly sorry." Oh, but wait, it doesn't stop here. Here's the original apology that you deleted because someone pointed out that you essentially said, "I have been told that I said something bad." And her response to it is, "I deleted it because I often default to very robotic and detached speaking when under stress, but deleted it and rewrote it." After taking a look at both sides, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this VTuber jumped the gun and her call-out post was a mistake because she didn't know enough about who she submitted her design to? And this goes for everybody else who didn't appreciate their words on the stream, or was it warranted? Because I will say this, even if the stream was supposed to be exactly what it was titled on that thumbnail, this whole entire, well, I can't say this whole entire stream, but from this clip alone, it comes across as very tone deaf. And they really did, well, mostly the host anyway, sounded very generally unpleasant. In my opinion, it would be best to stay away from creating this type of content because it can go so horribly wrong. I see what they were trying to do, but at the same time, it was executed pretty poorly. It's going to be taken way too seriously because, again, execution is everything, and this, when you expect, when you think the people who are watching you and are submitting their designs to you know who you are as a streamer, think again, because most of the time people will not go out of their way to look this stuff up, and then a lot of misunderstandings can happen. I do think they're both in the wrong. As for the one who made the call-out post, again, it's definitely a common thing in the VTuber community to not look up who the heck is hosting this type of stream, so I can't fault her too much other than besides making this type of post without reaching out to the VTuber who hosted the stream first. At the very least, if she was very mean and very cynical in her messages about how you felt about it without actually apologizing to you afterwards, then I think a call-out post would be warranted, 100%. Making call-out posts like this will end up with the other party being very, very, very much harassed, getting death threats, racist comments, and whatnot. Just be a little bit more aware of that. From anyone who's watching this video, just be aware. And it's a lot more wiser to reach out to someone privately first and talk to them behind the scenes before jumping the gun and doing something like this that could end up, this is the end result. Anyway, this is where I'm ending the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Miella Threescoopes. Until next time, licky lick. Bye bye!